Next, question number 60. What is the angle in degree and radian? What is the angle in degrees and radian between minute hand and hour hand of a clock at 20 minutes past 6 o'clock? 20 minutes past 6 o'clock. So 20 minutes past. See, consider the clock. 20 minutes past 6 o'clock. 20 minute. Minute hand is at 4. 20 minutes means minute hand is at 4. And the hour hand should be, so past 6 o'clock. So little ahead of 6. Ahead of 6. 6 o'clock ಗಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. So now you need to find out the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand. Minute hand is at 4 and hour hand is ahead of 6. Okay. So that means at 6:20 the angle traced by the hour hand. Angle traced by hour hand. Hour hand from 12 to 6, that means there are 6 divisions, each division is 30 degree, total 360 degree, 360 divided by 12 parts, that is 30 degree. So 6 hours means 6 divisions, 30 degree plus 20 minute. So minute hand half degree it covers, 20 into 1 by 2. Look at the note which I have given previously. 180 plus 10, 20 by 2 means 190 degree. The hour hand traces 190 degree. The angle traced by the minute hand in 20 minutes, how many divisions it has covered? 4 divisions it has covered. So minute hand, so it covers 6 degree in 1 minute. So that is in 20 minutes. In 1 minute covers 60 degree. In 20 minutes, 20 into 6 degree means 120 degree. So this is hour hand 190 degree it covers. Minute hand covers 120 degree. So the difference between those two gives the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand. So therefore angle between the hour hand and the minute hand should be 190 minus 120, which is 70 degree. Angle in a degree. So if you want to convert that into radian, we know that pi radian is equal to 180 degree, So 1 degree equals pi divided by 180 radian. So 0 gets eliminated. 7 pi divided by 18 radian. This is the angle in radian. This is the angle in degree. We have seen the standard method. For the same problem, I'll give a shortcut method which is important for your MCQs. So the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is given by 1 by 2 into modulus of 60x minus 11y. X hour hand, y denotes minute hand. So 1 by 2 into 60 into x means 6 hours. 6 hours. So 20 minutes, y is 20 minutes. So 60 into 6 means 360 and 11y, 11 into 20 means 220. 360 minus 220 means 140 degree. 140 divided by 2 is 70 degree. Such a simple one, right? This is the shortcut method you need to remember. The other shortcut method you can follow this, the second note. If the minute hand is behind 6 hours 20 minutes means hour hand is ahead of minute hand, 6:20 means hour hand is ahead of minute hand. So I mean minute hand is behind hour hand. So this is the formula. 30 into hour hand minus minute hand divided by 5 plus minute hand divided by 2. Minute by 2. So here 6:20, 30 into hour is 60, minute 20 divided by 5 plus 20 divided by 2. 20 divided by 5 is what? This is the formula, 30 into h minus m by 5 plus m by 2, not m by 5, m by 2. So 30 into 6 hours, 20 minutes divided by 5 means 5 4 times 20. 6 minus 4 means 2. 30 into 2 means 60. 20 by 2 is 10 degree. So 60 plus 10 means 70 degree. See, in this method also you get the same answer. Here also you get the same answer. Okay. So then one more note. Here behind, minute hand is behind our hand. Suppose if it is ahead of our hand, minute hand is ahead of our hand, then the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is given by 30 into, you just interchange, m by 5 minus h minus m by 2, whereas there plus m by 2. Let me take an example. The angle between the hour hand and the minute hand at 20 minutes to 4 o'clock. 20 minutes to 4 o'clock means, so 4 o'clock, our hand is ahead of 4 and 20 minutes to 4 o'clock means minute hand should be at 8. That means 40, right? 20 minutes to 4 o'clock means it should be 3 hours 40 minutes at 3:40. At 3:40. Okay. So apply the same formula. 30 into minute hand shows 40 divided by 5 and the hour hand is 3 o'clock. 3 minus minute hand 40 divided by 2. Check this. 40 by 5 means 5 8 times. 8 minus 5. 30 into 8 minus 3 I mean 5 8 times 40. 8 minus 3 means 5. So this is 20. 5 into 3 15. 150 minus 120 means 130 degree. This is the angle between the hour hand and minute hand at 20 minutes to 4 o'clock. 20 minutes to 4 o'clock is same as 3 hours 40 minutes. Okay. So minute hand is ahead of our hand. This should be the formula. So you please remember this for MCQs as a shortcut method. Next, trigonometric functions. Trigonometric ratios in terms of coordinates. Trigonometric ratios in terms of coordinates. Let us define the trigonometric functions in terms of the coordinates. See, consider a circle with the center at origin, x-axis and the y-axis. Consider a circle with the center at O and the radius r unit. Let us take a point P. Let P be any point on the circle, say x comma y. I repeat, consider a circle with the center at O and the radius r unit. Radius r unit. Let P equals x comma y be any point on the circle, on the circumference. Join OP. See, P is a point on the circumference means OP must be radius. Draw PM. Draw PM perpendicular to x-axis, OX let us say. Then the distance from the origin OM is x unit. The distance OM is x unit and the distance from the point P to M. This is a measurement along y-axis, you know. It is y unit. OM is a measurement along x-axis, x unit. PM is a measurement along y-axis, it's a y unit. Then we define in triangle OPM, we define the 6 trigonometric ratios. T ratios means trigonometric ratios as follows. The first one, sine of the angle theta. See, this is the angle theta. Sine of the angle theta is Pm divided by OP. Pm is ordinate y, r is the distance, radius in fact, x is called abscissa and y is called ordinate actually. Sin theta is y by r, or else ordinate divided by the distance. Cosine of the angle theta is OM divided by OP. OM is nothing but x divided by r. Abscissa divided by distance is cosine of the angle theta. Then tangent of the angle theta is Pm divided by OM. Pm is nothing but y divided by x. So tan theta is y by x. Then cotangent of the angle theta, cot theta, it is nothing but OM divided by Pm, which is x divided by y. Then secant of the angle theta is OP divided by OM. OP divided by OM means r divided by x. R divided by x. Then cosecant of the angle theta is OP divided by PM, that is r divided by y. Sin theta is y by r, cos theta is x by r, secant theta is r by x, tan theta is y by x, cot theta is reciprocal of that, x by y. These are the definitions of 6 trigonometric functions in terms of abscissa, ordinate and the distance, in terms of coordinates x, y and the radius. We have seen the definition of 6 trigonometric functions, trigonometric ratios in terms of coordinates. Now let us see the definition in terms of acute angle. For that, consider a right angled triangle ABC. Consider a right angled triangle ABC in which the angle ABC, angle B should be 90 degree and angle BAC is theta. Angle BAC is theta radian, which is an acute angle. Clearly, the side opposite to theta BC, which is called opposite side. The side opposite to theta is called opposite side. The side opposite to theta is BC, which is called opposite side. The side opposite to 90 degree is AC, which is called hypotenuse side. The side opposite to theta 90 degree, the side opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse side. The side opposite to theta BC, which is called opposite side, and the remaining side is AB, that is called adjacent side. Adjacent side. Now we define the 6 trigonometric ratios as follows. Sine of the angle theta is BC divided by AC. BC by AC means opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. Sin theta is opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. I simply denote it as O by H, just to remember, opposite side by hypotenuse side. Cosine of the angle theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side, A by H, just to remember. And tangent of the angle theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side, that is O divided by A. So tan theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Cot of the angle theta is adjacent side, reciprocal of that, adjacent side divided by opposite side. Then secant of the angle theta, reciprocal of cos, which is hypotenuse side divided by adjacent side. Hypotenuse side divided by adjacent side. cosecant of the angle theta is reciprocal of sin theta, which is nothing but hypotenuse side divided by opposite side. These are the definitions of 6 trigonometric ratios in terms of acute angle. Opposite by hypotenuse, O by H, A by H, O by A. If you could remember this, then you can write the reciprocals. Reciprocal relations. And that first one, sine of the angle theta. Recollect the definition. See, this is the triangle ABC, a right angled triangle. The side opposite to 90 degree is a hypotenuse side. AC is the hypotenuse side. Angle BAC is theta radian. The side opposite to theta is BC, which is called opposite side, and the remaining side is the adjacent side. So as per the definition, sin theta is nothing but opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. See, I just write this as 1 divided by hypotenuse divided by opposite. This gets reciprocal, opposite by hypotenuse only. What is actually hypotenuse divided by opposite? Cosecant theta. So therefore, sin theta is equal to 1 divided by cosecant theta. Sin theta is 1 by cosecant theta. That is same as sin theta into cosecant theta is equal to 1. Sin theta divided into cosecant theta equals 1. Sin theta is 1 by cosecant theta. That's how sin and cosecant are reciprocally related. Then cosine of the angle theta, as per the definition, adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side. We can write this as, look at this, 1 divided by hypotenuse divided by adjacent. What is actually hypotenuse side divided by adjacent? It is nothing but secant of the angle theta. So therefore, cos of the angle theta is equal to 1 by secant theta. Cos theta is equal to 1 by secant theta. That is nothing but cos theta into secant theta is equal to 1. We can write this as secant theta equals 1 by cos theta. I just interchange these two. Okay. And the third one, the third reciprocal relation, tan of the angle theta, tangent of the angle theta. As per the definition, opposite side divided by adjacent side. We can write this as 1 divided by adjacent divided by opposite. So we can write this as 1 divided by, what is adjacent by opposite? It is nothing but cotangent of the angle theta, isn't it? So tan theta is equal to 1 divided by cot theta. We can write this as cot theta equals 1 by tan theta. So that means if I cross multiply, tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1. Quotient relations. Under that, the first one, tangent of the angle theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Here what I do is just divide both numerator and denominator by the hypotenuse side. Divide numerator by hypotenuse, even denominator by hypotenuse. So H gets cancelled, O by A only, opposite by adjacent. But actually what is opposite by hypotenuse? Opposite by hypotenuse is sine of the angle theta divided by adjacent by hypotenuse is cosine of the angle theta. More chukki, tan theta is equal to sine theta divided by cos theta. And the definition of cot theta is adjacent side divided by opposite side. Divide both numerator and denominator by the hypotenuse side. So adjacent by hypotenuse, opposite divided by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse? Which is cosine of the angle theta. Opposite by hypotenuse means sine of the angle theta. More chukke. Cot theta is equal to cos theta by sin theta. So these two are the quotient relations. You need to remember. Trigonometric identities. An equation involving trigonometric ratios. An equation involving trigonometric ratios of an angle theta is said to be trigonometric identity if it is satisfied for all the values of theta. If it is satisfied for all the values of theta for which the given trigonometric ratios are defined. Now let us see the fundamental identities. The fundamental identities. The first one, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This is the first identity. You can prove this geometrically, of course. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equals 1. Let us see the different possible arrangements of this one. We can write sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Shift cos square theta to the other side. Therefore, sin theta can be written as root of 1 minus cos square theta. Sin theta can be written as root of 1 minus cos square theta. Similarly, cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. Therefore, cos theta is equal to root of 1 minus sin square theta. That is the first identity. From the second identity, we have a second identity. Secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. Secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. This identity is true for all the values of theta. Whatever the values you give, this must be equal to 1. Okay. So, secant square theta is 1 plus tan square theta can be arranged as secant theta is equal to root of 1 plus tan square theta. Root of 1 plus tan square theta. Of course, that can also be written as secant square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. And secant square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. Shift 1 to the left hand side. So therefore tan theta can be written as root of secant square theta minus 1. Tan theta is equal to root of secant square theta minus 1. Okay. Also secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. Shift tan square to the left side. That is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. This is of the form a square minus b square. We can write this as a square minus b square as a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b. That is nothing but secant theta plus tan theta into secant theta minus tan theta. Therefore, we can write this as secant theta plus tan theta. If you write the reciprocal, plus becomes minus. that is secant theta minus tan theta. Okay, so secant theta plus tan theta is equal to 1 divided by secant theta minus tan theta. Similarly you can write secant theta minus tan theta, arrange for this, is equal to 1 divided by secant theta plus tan theta. It's an important relation you need to remember for MCQs particularly. The third identity, cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta. Cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta, so that cosecant theta can be written as root of 1 plus cot square theta, that is same as cosecant square theta minus 1 is equal to cot square theta, shift 1 to the left hand side, that is nothing but root of cosecant square theta minus 1. Root of cosecant square theta minus 1 is equal to cot theta. Root of cosecant square theta minus 1 is equal to cot theta. Also cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. I just shift cot square to the LHS, is of the form a square minus b square. We can write this as a plus b into a minus b, a plus b into a minus b, that is nothing but cosecant theta plus cot theta into cosecant theta minus cot theta. Therefore we can write this as cosecant theta minus cot theta is equal to 1 divided by cosecant theta plus cot theta. 1 divided by cosecant theta plus cot theta. Similarly you can write cosecant theta plus cot theta. Cosecant theta plus cot theta is equal to 1 divided by cosecant theta minus cot theta.